Hi, friends. Welcome back to another weekly tarot reading from Juno Intuitive Arts. My name is Juno, and we're going to be getting into it today, giving you what to expect for the week ahead. So, the way that these readings work, I will break down the reading into all of the zodiac signs. So, go ahead and tune into your sun, moon, and rising signs to get your reading for the week. After that, we'll do a quick collective reading. And then if anybody's hanging out, I can open the floor a little bit from there, see what we're doing after that. If you're catching this in post, you can go down to the description section and find the chapter in the reading with your sun, moon, and rising signs. If you're watching live, welcome. You're welcome to find all of the information as we do it live. So we'll be breaking down into the zodiac signs first and then a collective reading. Before we begin, if anybody watching is in Portland, Oregon, I'll be live at the spot market at the Moda Center here in Portland on the 14th and 15th of this month. So coming up here on Saturday and Sunday, the 14th and 15th, I will be at the Moda Center for the spot market. You're welcome to come join if you want to get a private reading from me. I'll be giving away private readings. And selling private readings as well as some merchandise and other things. So go ahead and tune in then if you'd like to. So let's get started here. We're going to start with Aries. So what do my Aries need to expect this week? Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, so Aries signs, this week is going to be all about juggling. Juggling what is the right balance for you this week? Really, that's going to be really important for my Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs this week, is trying to make sure that you are striking the right balance in your life, that you are doing the right things, that you are making sure that the juggle of life is comfortable, is balanced, that you're not pushing too hard in any one direction, you're not holding too many things. I think that there'll be a real you'll feel called to try to do everything, and I think that that's where this juggle's coming in to say, well, don't do everything, right? So you might want to do a lot of things this week, which is excellent, but be careful of taking on too much, because the 10 of Wands can be overwhelmed by attempting to do too many things. So don't even if you have the impulse to try to do a lot of things, just make sure that you're thinking clearly and consistently on what it is that you're doing, and make sure that you are not taking on too much in this juggle of life. Finally, Aries, you have the 10 of Cups. So there's a real opportunity for you to incorporate happiness into your life this week. So I think that even though you might have the urge to do a lot of things, I encourage you to ask yourself, well, what's going to make me happy in this situation this week? If I'm doing all of these things, is it really leading to some place that's bringing in a positive, happy energy for me, or is it something that is pushing too hard or forcing too much, flexing too hard? So take the opportunity this week to really ask yourself, how can you balance the periods of calm, periods of rest, periods of joy with the periods of work and the pushing and the doing. So make sure that you've got a nice balance of giving and receiving this week. And I think that you'll be feeling good. So Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, that's my reading for you. We're going to move on. Next up, we have Taurus. Hello, Melissa. Welcome, welcome. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do my Tauruses need to know this week? Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Okay, Taurus. Taurus, you are leveling up. There's something going on where you have finished up a cycle here, and coming in this week is the moving up, the leveling up into something new, the moving on to something different. So this week, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign is giving you an opportunity to let go of any past cycles that are no longer serving you and move on and into something different. You have the ability here to let in a new form of abundance for yourself here with the Ace of Pentacles. This is a new opportunity to change things in the physical world, maybe doing things a little bit differently in your life, moving in a different direction, changing up the way that you are working or living, or you moving your house around, any of those kinds of things, I think this is going to be an opportunity this week to be able to do that and level up your life into something different. So take that opportunity here. With the Four of Cups, I think that this leveling up is coming from a place that is a little bit unexpected. It might be coming from a place that you aren't necessarily looking at. And so I encourage you to try to think outside of the box this week as you move through things and you do things differently. Because the Four of Cups is not seeing the gifts that the universe is giving you and focusing on the things that aren't working. So, as you start to think about things differently, as you start to stop forcing yourself into thinking about all the things that aren't working and start to think about the things that could happen, that might happen, that could be working for you, you give yourself the opportunity to allow these things in and create this level of abundance for yourself and start to let that in this week. Finally, you have the the King of Swords, who's this like deeply analytical being. And so you are being encouraged to think very clearly this week and to think analytically through your decision making. So any decisions that you decide to work through and make this week, really allowing yourself to clearly think about these things from an open perspective, that's going to help you bring in all the things you need for yourself instead of trying to force anything in any one way direction or not. Really opening yourself up to the idea that anything is possible, that you can bring things in and you can think clearly about the situation using your intellect. That's going to help you move through this week in a way that's really positive and bringing in the things that you need for yourself. So, Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. I hope that that is helpful. We're going to move on. Next up, we have Gemini. Gemini, sun, moon, and rising signs. What can my Geminis expect this week? Gemini, sun, moon, and rising. Gemini, one more Gemini. All right, Gemini. What can my Geminis expect this week? Okay, Gemini, you have the Chariot. So there is a swift movement towards something big happening this week for you. There's some big energy going on and you are catapulting towards victory. So follow this victory, take this charge and incorporate this energy that's coming up into your life. I think that there's a lot of kinetic moving energy going on for you this week. So really take it and run with it. You have the Death card. So there's some big, powerful endings for you this week as well, Gemini. So really embrace whatever endings are coming up for you. And endings can be challenging sometimes. They can be difficult to let things go, but I think that there's going to be a real period of doing that this week for you. So really, the things that are ready to leave your life, be open to them. Be open to letting things go because they're going to bring in this new period for yourself. And I think things are going to move really, really fast once you let go of maybe holding on too hard to the things that are already done and are already over. You have the Seven of Cups, Gemini. So this is an opportunity this week to, I think a little bit clearer about your wants and your needs. There might be a tendency to become overwhelmed at all of the possibilities and not necessarily know which direction you want to take this week. And so open your heart, open your mind up to being in a position where you can flow along in whatever direction you want for yourself and don't necessarily hold too fast onto, oh, I have to do things this way, or oh, this is the thing that's important to me. Be open-minded to allowing in the possibilities this week. I think that's going to be really big because the way forward might be in a direction that's not quite clear to you right now. And so I think you need to be open-minded about what you can do, what can be done, because that open-minded energy, that open-minded nature is going to allow in a flow towards a direction of real harmony and peace for yourself instead of, thinking really specific about some things. Being really open to the flow this week, I think is going to be really important for you because things might be changing and they might be moving in a direction that with a really rigid thinking isn't going to allow that to come in the way that it needs to. Finally, you have the Empress. So you're really birthing in something really creative and beautiful into your life this week. So really be open-hearted and open-minded about whatever creative spark, creative energy is coming in and allow yourself to flow in any kind of direction you need towards this excuse me, towards this creative breakthrough. I think that the more that you allow in those creative possibilities, the more that you create a possible future for yourself that is open-minded and beautiful and peaceful. And that peace and joy can create for yourself something really, really positive, really wonderful. So, Gemini, I hope that that resonates. I hope you have an excellent week ahead. And we're going to move on to Cancer. Excuse me. So, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do my Cancers need to know? All right, they're jumping out here. So, Cancer. Oops. Cancer, first of all, you got the sun. So this is a beautiful, bright week for you this week. So really take that energy and embrace it. You've got a lot of really positive things coming into your life this week. So try to tune into that positivity. Really pull that in. The sun is on your side this week. The sun, the beauty, the warmth of daylight is here for you. So how can you take that light and that warmth and channel it into your life this week? Because it wants to come in here. You have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a lucky week for you. You've got a lucky break here. So what would you do if you had luck coming in, right? And it might be small things. I think it's really important when you have these lucky moments. It's not necessarily going to be hitting you over the head with it. So it really, it's going to be up to you to see the little things and the little luck that comes in, right? And it could be, you could have some blessings in disguise as well. So that's important to remember as well. Like, how can you see the blessings that are here for you in this moment as they're coming in? And how can you take those lucky things and channel them into your life? Because that's kind of what's coming in here this week for you. So really be open-minded and open-hearted to all the possible things, all the possible luck, all the possible joy that is here for you in this moment. How can you take the time and the energy to incorporate and channel those into your life in a really positive direction and flow through the week from a place of possibilities, of openings, of joy, of positivity, of love? And you have the Six of Cups. So there's happy memories coming in from the past for you. So there could be something from childhood coming back a little bit. The things that you used to love as a kid could mean something to you. Those happy, joyful memories. You could be getting into the holiday spirit this week, right? We've got a holiday coming up here, not for everybody, obviously, but for a lot of people. So this could be starting to allow in that happy holidays energy, could allow in this beautiful, creative, joyful period into your life by embracing that moment for yourself. Finally, you have the Eight of Cups, which is walking away from things that are no longer serving you. So I think in order to bring in these joys, it's going to be walking away from the things in life that are holding you back a little bit and not being afraid to do that this week. I think you're going to be given the opportunities and the moments this week to really let go of the things that are no longer working and embrace the possible things for yourself, the possible positive joys that want to come into your life. This is a real opportunity for you to embrace those things and let go of anything that's holding you back, of anything that's creating any blocks in your life, of really kind of letting go of the pathways that maybe once were working for you but aren't anymore. This is a great week to really kind of take stock of what those things are and finally let some of that stuff go. Really letting yourself know that it's okay exactly where you are, and you can let go of the things that aren't working. You can let go of the things that aren't positive for yourself, and really embrace the change that wants to come into your life, because I think there's really wonderful, beautiful things coming in from that. All right, Cancer, that's my reading for you. I hope that it resonates. And we're going to move on now to Leo. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What can my Leos expect this week? All right, Leo. Leo, you got the Strength card, which is your card. It's great. The Strength card is, you've got the Lion here. So you are really embracing your strength this week. This is like really tuning into your Lion energy. I think because of that coming out, Leos, this is a really powerful week for you. This is the week of Leo energy. So because of that, you have the real opportunity to utilize your own personal strengths, your own personal self, and channel that into the world. I think that means you've got a lot of lucky possibilities coming up this week. So really take that energy and run with it. You are strong, you are capable, you can make anything happen, you can create anything. So take that power and use it and channel it into your life this week. Um, Creation in general is really big for you. You have the Empress, who's a very, very creative card. This is birthing something beautiful into the world. So you have real opportunities in this moment this week to really create and birth into your life something strong and powerful. How can you channel the wisdom of your life and of reality into this moment and use it to create something really powerful and wonderful and positive for yourself? You have a lot of opportunities to do that here. So take that creative spirit and that creative energy, and run with it. We've got a lot of butterflies as well in this card. So trust the signs and synchronicities for yourself. I think they're going to be real signs from the universe. We got the bird behind me as well. So there's real signs from the universe, helping align you onto your right path this week. So listen to those signs. It could be angel numbers 555 on the clock. So, looking for those numbers, seeing those things. 555 is also the number of change. So Leo, you could be going through some changes this week as well. This could be changes and transformations in your life, that could be really positive. So take the time to see what is moving, what is changing and transforming in your life right now. A bunch of the other piles got transformation energy as well, so that could be a common theme for all of us. Take that transformation energy and run with it. I think it's going to be really important. You have the 10 of Pentacles, so this is ultimate abundance. So there will be times and periods this week that are giving you highlights of things to come, of possibilities to come, of things you can take and run with in your life that can lead to really feeling inside of this flow of abundance. So anytime you see those opportunities around you, they're going to be paired probably with signs and synchronicities from the universe. So anytime you see those signs, whatever your own personal communication with the universe is, that's going to be really something to trust here. Whenever you take in those moments, whenever you see those and you feel those are going to be those times and opportunities that allow you to really channel in this energy, towards abundance. So listen to that. It's going to be there. The signs and synchronicities with the universe are going to be really powerful for you this week. So tune into that and use that flow to get into the right direction for yourself. Finally, we have the Justice card. So I think that you'll have some kind of karmic justice coming back to you as well. I think that maybe things from the past that didn't work out, but maybe energy you put in somewhere, they're going to be reciprocated in moments this week. So look out for those where positive things from your past might be reflected for you, feeling like you have a sense of justice against things where maybe they've been feeling unjust in your life, could be an opportunity as well this week, where you're feeling like you can be in a place where things are aligning in a way that's positive for you instead of a place that things aren't working out, right? You have real possible positive places coming into your life this week. So really take the time to channel that in, because it's going to be really powerful when you see those symbols, right? And they're not necessarily going to be obvious, but signs from the universe, seeing a bird fly by again, signs from the universe are going to be there surrounding you this week. So look for those signs and symbols, whatever they are for you. It's your own personal connection to the divine that's going to be what's important, not anything that I can say. Birds are one of my signs and symbols, but whatever your language is with the universe is going to be, powerful this week. And maybe this is going to be a week for you to decide what that is. You could be having communication with spirit and spirituality and developing that relationship where you start to see what those signs and symbols are and those synchronicities. And you might be developing that language with the universe this week to help you as you move forward. So really take that into consideration. Hello. Um, uh, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce Vidista. I'm saying that so wrong, but hello, welcome, welcome. So yeah, I think there's going to be really powerful signs for you, Leo, this week. So tune into them, allow it into your life. There's a lot of synchronicities here. My name is Mira. Could you please guide me? Okay, Mira. Well, I'm doing. the zodiac signs for the week here. So listen for your sun, moon, and rising signs. That'll have some messages for you. If you stick around till the end, I might have some time for a little bit of private reading. So stick around if you want to. Otherwise, I'm not doing personal readings at the moment. I will open up the floor later on, though. For now, we just finished Leo signs. We're going to move on now to Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. So Virgos, what can my Virgos expect this week? They all jumped out here. Let's do one more for Virgo. Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. Virgo. Let's do this one. Okay. Virgo, what can you expect this week? What can my Virgos expect? Virgo, sun, moon, and rising signs. Virgo, for you, it's going to be really, really important for you to get some rest this week. We have the Four of Swords, which is the rest card. So for my Virgos, really do make sure that you're getting enough sleep, you're getting enough rest, you're taking breaks, you're taking time, because you have the Eight of Swords, which is feeling stuck, this kind of stuck energy. So in order to get out of this feeling like you can't move forward, if you've been feeling a little bit blocked in life recently, you've been feeling like you don't know which direction to turn, or you feel like you're just hitting a bunch of dead ends in life, I think this is going to be, would you be doing personal readings in some time? At the very end of this, I'm going to do some super, super quick ones. So if you stick around, I would say probably in about a half an hour, I might open up the floor to a couple personal readings. For now, I'm doing all of the zodiac signs. So you might get some personal messages in that. Yeah, sure. Just stick around. If you stick around, I'll let you know when we do them. Okay. Okay. So with the Four of Swords here, this is an opportunity for you to really make sure that you're getting some rest. You're getting all of the space that you need, because Virgo, sun, moon, and rising, that's going to release you from this feeling stuck energy. So if you really are feeling blocked, you're feeling like you can't move forward, this is a time and a place for you to really take the time to rest and recuperate. And that's what's really going to help you move forward from this place, because I think that a part of where not being able to move forward is coming from is I think you're trying to push through a lot of things, and that might be leaving you feeling burnt out. And so one reason why you can't move forward is the universe is kind of saying like, hey, you need a break. You need to take some time to yourself. You need to really relax and rejuvenate your energy in order to move forward. So if you can take the time to really let things go, recuperate your energy, and then move forward from there, I think that's going to help you feeling by the end of the week like you can actually charge forward and you can actually move forward from this place. We have the Queen of Swords, which is all about thinking very clearly and analytically about a situation. And I think that that is also something that can help you move forward, is having a very clear mind through something and not being totally overwhelmed by the emotional sphere, feeling totally overwhelmed by things that are going on around you. And so I think that's a part of where taking some time out and resting is going to help you, because it's going to help clear your mind and clear your thought space so that you can get to the point where you understand what's happening a little bit clearer. You understand how to move forward from that place, and you'll be able to move forward from a place of a positive direction and understanding, instead of a place of really stressed out, anxious energy. You'll have a very clear-headed thinking. You'll be able to move forward from this non-stuck energy by really resting and recuperating where you're coming from. Finally, once you do that, I think by the end of the week, after getting a bunch of rest, you'll have a new beginning towards bringing in positive emotions, towards happiness, towards feeling like you are in a positive place, in a positive moment for yourself. I think that that is a real possibilities here, because it's going to help you. Once you feel more rested, more clear, you'll feel much more at peace, and you'll feel like you can actually move forward, and you'll have new opportunities from that. And I think that'll release you from this place of feeling stuck and allow you into this place of feeling like you can actually move forward. You're at peace, you're in comfort. So that was for Virgos, sun, moon, and rising, Virgo signs. Thanks for tuning in for the Virgos. I hope you have an excellent week ahead. We're going to move on now to Libra. Libra, sun, moon, and rising. What do my Libras need to know this week? Libra, sun, moon, and rising. Libra, what can my Libras know this week? All right, Libra, sun, moon, and rising signs. You are getting some justice this week, Libra. So you are moving out of a situation of heartbreak here. If you've been in any kind of difficult situation, if you're experiencing grief, you've been experiencing any kind of challenging emotions, could be from the distant past as well with the justice card, right? At some point in your life, you may have experienced this kind of heartbreak. Something is happening in your life right now where you feel like you're actually getting justice from those moments. So this could be, this could be closure. You might be getting closure this week, Libra, from a past situation that was challenging. This could be some kind of situation moving on now that's allowing you to finally come to a place of feeling like you're clear from something difficult. You're feeling like you have an opening to feeling at peace instead of being in a position where maybe you were feeling blocked or feeling like you couldn't move forward. Something's happening this week to come in and free you from those past challenges and past difficulties and difficult emotional spaces that you've been in. Something is happening either with other people or in your life or something going on, Libra, that's allowing you to get some closure and to feel free from those things. And I think that once you do that, once that kind of thing comes in, it's going to help you feel much more balanced in your life with the juggling card. I think that you are opening yourself up this week to a period of real balance and balanced energy, where instead of being tossed around and pushed from one emotional thing to the other, feeling really emotionally unregulated or discharged, I think that you're going to be coming to a position of real clarity this week that's going to help put you in a position where you can understand things a little bit clearer. You can understand those emotional difficulties a little bit more and really start to come back into a sense of balance within your body, a sense of clarity. So, some kind of meditation practice might be helpful for you a little bit this week, or tuning into any kind of, there's some really great guided meditations on YouTube to help you clear out any kind of energy. Really doing some kind of body clearing, energy clearing could be actually really helpful for you. Any kind of Reiki, that sort of thing. So that's just something to keep in mind. You don't have to, but that might help clear out those energies and bring you into this justice period where you're really clearing out all of the emotional baggage from the past. It's just making me think of actual energy clearing could be helpful for you. Working through the chakra centers and clearing those energy centers out could really mean something to you. It could be something helpful on your journey this week. So to that, take that in mind. I do think that balance is key here. I think that's going to be your theme this week, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So anything you can do to feel at balance in your life, you balancing out situations, balancing out challenges, I think is going to be super, super helpful for you. Finally, we have the Ten of Cups. So you have real possible, this is the ultimate happiness, ultimate fulfillment card. So you have the ability this week, excuse me, to allow in real happiness into your life, to really feel in an emotional balanced state here. And it might be, moving through difficult things, but with that justice card, it's worth doing that. It's worth aligning yourself into the karmic justice that you can, to the places that you can, to be in a position where you can actually be in a stable footing. And taking that work is difficult. Taking those steps to work through any kind of challenges can be hard, but it's worth it in the end, right? Because it leaves you in a position of actually feeling good about yourself, right? And being in an emotionally balanced state instead of in a place of being, almost, you know blown by the wind, right? This is actually putting yourself into a real stable position this week, into a real balanced place, so that you don't feel emotionally driven in any one direction. You feel like you're in a really an emotional stable place. So I think that if you decide to do that work this week, Libra, it's going to be really, really fruitful for you and put you in a position of real clarity and understanding, that could be really helpful for you. So Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, I hope that that's helpful. That's my reading for you. We're going to move on now to Scorpios. So Scorpios, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do my Scorpios need to know? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. And just the three. One more. One more. All right, Scorpio. What do we got for Scorpios this week? Okay, Scorpio, I think that you are on the precipice of moving out of a challenging situation. You've got the Three of Wands, which is your ships coming in. You're ready to set sail on a new journey here. You're ready to move in a different direction. But in order to do that, you have to kind of work through some things. So some of the things you're working through this week to move into this positive new direction is working through anything that's leaving you feeling stuck. So for my Scorpios, if you're feeling stuck right now, if you're feeling blocked or in a position where you are not quite clear on how to move forward, where you feel like things aren't moving forward for you, I think that in order to get to that position, because by the end of the week, I think you are going to be in a place of being able to move forward from this, but it's going to take some challenging things. One of the things that you have to do is kind of work your way through any kind of challenging relationship stuff with other people, not necessarily romantic relationships, but just your interactions with people this week are going to be really important. I think make sure that you know what your boundaries are, make sure you know what your needs are with others, and make sure that you're not putting yourself too thin in relationships, and not being afraid necessarily to ask for your needs with others. You could be afraid to do that with other people because you're afraid of what might happen. You're afraid of either A, what other people might think of you, or what it might do to the relationship that you're in. With this Nine of Wands, this is a battle hardened soldier. So I think that you've been through difficult situations in your past that have left you feeling like you don't necessarily feel comfortable with any kind of confrontation or that sort of thing. And so you might be avoiding necessary conversations because you're afraid of confrontation or something like that. But ultimately, though, I think it's important to do those, to have difficult conversations this week with people, in whatever it is for you in mind, whatever's coming to mind for you in this situation, you'll know about it. Um, so it's not something, and there was 111 on the clock, so that could mean something to you. Um, if you have to have a difficult conversation this week, just have it with compassion, and it might actually turn in a direction that is much more positive than you would expect, right? So I think that maybe you might have some assumptions about other people in your life where you think that things are going to be bad if you say what you need to say. But I think it's important for you to do that anyway, because it's going to leave you being free. So either it's going to go much better than you would expect, or even if it doesn't go well necessarily with those people, it at least frees you to move forward and allows you outside of this stuck energy, right? Because by not saying what you need to say or doing the actions and the steps you need to take with this situation, I think that it's leaving you feeling really blocked and stuck. And the only way to move through that is to have those conversations, even if they're hard, right? It's always worth having the difficult conversation in a situation than being avoidant in it, because at least it clears things up, right? It clears things up. Everybody knows where they stand, and you have the ability to move forward. So don't allow any kind of fear of speaking your truth hold you back this week. Really say the things you need to say, because I think that by the end of the week, it's going to leave you feeling really open-hearted and open to the new things, and that can be really exciting to have a new possibilities open up to you. But I think the only way to get that is to say and do all of the steps and actions you need to take, that you need to take, right? You know this. It's not something that I can say, right? Whatever that means to you. By taking those steps and actions, it frees you to be able to move forward from this place instead of being in a position of being stuck in any one way or one direction. So anyway, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, I hope that that's helpful. I hope you have an excellent week ahead. And we are going to move on now to Sagittarius. And I think we are in Sagittarius season right now. So happy birthday to my Sagittarius out there. I don't think we're in Capricorn yet, but we're going to get there soon. So what do my Sagittariuses need to know this week? Sagittarius. Anything else? All right. Sagittarius, you have the Temperance card this week. So I think there are going to be some big blessings in disguise happening for you this week. So if you encounter any kind of challenges, any kind of difficult situation, anything happening in your path this week that you're like, ugh, right? That just makes you feel like, all right, I can't believe this. Of course, any of those kind of situations. If those happen, just know that there is some kind of blessing within it. So as much as, looking for silver linings, sometimes things are just crappy, and, there is no silver lining in the situation. And if that's the case, that's the case, right? We don't have to sugarcoat something terrible. But there is real possibility in something going on that's seemingly not so great, because the Temperance card is all about making lemonade out of the lemons that life throws you. So if you do encounter any kind of setbacks on your journey this week, there's an opportunity in them. So look for the opportunity. It's going to be really important. And a part of that is a learning experience for you, right? So it could be all about learning as well, especially if this is coming a block from something that you're trying to do that's a part of your dreams, your hopes, your aspirations, your passions. If you're following your passions this week and you reach some kind of setback on that journey, there's something to be learned from that and gained from that. Um, Mira says, just in case, feel like I'm taking my reading. Even if you pull out one card, that would be really, yeah, Mira, I'm telling you, I'm sorry. I can't do it until I'm done with these readings. So if you want to get a little personal reading, you're welcome to stay or come back. Otherwise, I apologize, but I'm doing these for now. So thank you. Okay. So, with the Page of Wands here, there is an opportunity for you um, to learn from this experience. So what is it that you can learn from this situation here? Um, Encountering setbacks on the journey towards fulfilling dreams and aspirations gives you the opportunity to create something really powerful for yourself in the long run. So with this, Melissa, happy birthday. It was your birthday yesterday. That's great. I'm so happy for you. That's awesome. Happy birthday. So, there's an opportunity to learn from these setbacks too. So, that's something to keep in mind, especially if you're on the journey towards fulfilling some kind of aspirational goal. Of course, there's going to be setbacks on that journey. That's just a part of life. But sometimes those setbacks actually bring the knowledge and the wisdom needed to catapult you even further forward. And so just take a look at it that way, right? You also have the Judgment card this week. So coming up here is going to be a way to understand things from a different perspective. So there could be things from your past coming up that are bringing a new way of understanding to you. So really take that into consideration, that you might, using your current knowledge and understanding of things, you might be able to process things a little bit differently. And so by allowing in your perspective from where you are now, it might alleviate some kind of situation from your past a little bit this week too. So really allowing yourself to understand exactly where you are now and use the knowledge and the wisdom you have now to help you look at a past situation that maybe didn't work out a little bit easier. So that could be it too, with that setback energy idea too. It might be like you might be getting a beautiful benefit coming in this week that helps alleviate a setback from your past, or something that from the past where you thought something didn't work out. It could be coming around to a new understanding where you're like, wow, now I get why that didn't work, and I'm actually really happy that I have this new opportunity to do it in a different way this time, or something like that. There could be one of those types of understandings coming in for you. Finally, you have the Three of Cups. So Sagittarius, this is going to be a really wonderful moment for you um, to incorporate happiness from your friends, right? This could be really having joy and celebration with loved ones around you. So anything you can do this week to and like happy birthday energy, right? The birthday week coming up here, right? But really allowing in the celebratory energy with friends and loved ones, I think is going to be really wonderful and really awesome. So tune in for that as well. Okay, Sagittarius, I hope that's helpful. We're going to move on. Yeah, Mira, I apologize for being a little bit short with you. I didn't mean to. If you're still here, Mira, what we're gonna do is we got Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, and then a super quick group reading, and then I'll get to some private readings. So go ahead, if you can tune in. We got 4 more, and then I'll get to you. Okay. All right. So next up, we have Capricorn. Let's see what Capricorn needs to know. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do my Capricorns need to know this week? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Capricorn. All right. Okay, Capricorn. So you got the sun as well. Who got the sun as well? Ooh, the sun came from uh I can't remember. Oh, Cancer. Cancer got the sun. So Capricorn, you got the sun as well. This is a bright, sunny day for yourself. So there's real possibility this week to tune into the joy of the world, right? Really allowing in the beauty of the daylight, of the joys of surrounding you, and bringing in that joyful, positive energy. It's here for you. So if you're feeling confused at what direction to move in, right? There might be you might be overwhelmed by possibilities, or a little bit lost on the path. That's okay, right? We all go through periods like that. So just tune into the energy of the sun, because bright, beautiful day is here for you, and that's going to help you move through these situations. You have the Tower, so there could be some powerful movement and change happening in your life right now. Transformation has been a theme this week, so that's going to be one of the themes I talk about in the group reading. But you really do have this powerful transformation coming on into your life right now. And that could be with the Tower, it tends to be external transformation. So there could be some external things pushing and moving in your life a little bit. And if that's happening, that's okay, right? Tune into the sun, right? These changes and things happening in your life are happening for a reason. And so just be open minded, open hearted to holding the course, allowing yourself to flow in the direction that you need to, and trust the process. That's going to be really big for you this week, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, and Rising signs is really trusting that things are going to work out for you, trusting the process, trusting that you can do things, that you can move in the right direction, and being open-minded, open-hearted. I think that's going to be really helpful. Finally, you have the Ace of Swords. So we're cutting through the difficult things for you this week. This is a new beginning in the mind as well. You could be changing your mind about something. Learning new things could be big, like going to school. That's a possibility. It doesn't have to be. But the biggest thing is changing your perspective. So I think that whatever is shifting and moving in your life right now is really important to help you change your perspective and move out of any kind of gloom that might be going on and into a more positive direction with the sunlight energy, because you have real positivity here for you. So really allowing yourself to change your perspective this week, to look at things differently, to think about things from a brighter, positive place is going to be super, super helpful for you and help you tune into a new way of living, a new way of understanding things, a new position, and that's going to open you up to feeling really good about yourself. So there's real possibility in that for you this week. I think it's going to be a really positive week, even if things are shifting in your life that might be a little bit scary with that Tower card. So if things are moving and pushing and moving in difficult directions, just hold on to the light, because it's there for you, and it's going to open you up to having a new perspective so that you can flow forward in a much more positive direction than maybe you've been in the past. So tune into that. So Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, that was my reading for you. I hope that that was helpful. And we are going to move on now to Aquarius. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. What do our Aquariuses need to know this week? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. All right. One more? One more. Aquarius. All right. Aquarius, you are interesting. You are moving. Okay, I see what's going on here. All right. So I think it's going to be really important, Aquarius, for you to do your own thing this week. I think by taking the time to think about what your wants and needs are, to um, taking the time to doing things your own way, going off on your own, I think is going to be really, really helpful in freeing up any kind of blockages you might be in right now, because this is basking in your own private garden. This is experiencing abundance on your own time, on your own way, and doing your own thing. So really embrace that this week. I think that's going to be really helpful. You might be tempted to have the outside influence really push you in a certain direction. And so I think it's going to be very, very important, Aquarius, for you to keep your own perspective in mind, maybe go off and do your own thing, be alone in certain periods and not allow other people to dictate what you should or shouldn't be doing with those shoulds, right? Allowing yourself to open your heart, open your mind to the flow of possibilities here, because this is bad habits. So don't fall into bad habits with other people. The Seven of Wands is the struggle, right? This is struggling with other people. This is having difficulty in relationships and fighting. It's fight energy. But what's good about this though is gaining the upper hand. So you are gaining the upper hand in any kind of fight situation. So don't feel tempted to fall back into bad habits of letting others pull you into any kind of struggle or fight or arguing energy. You can let go of all of that stuff and really be in your own clear-headed pathway here by allowing in your own perspective and not being pushed in any one direction in any one way. Really open your mind and open your heart to the possibilities of freeing yourself from that habit of maybe allowing other people to tell you what is best for you, and instead trust your own self, trust your own process, because ultimately you have the Emperor, he is in control of his life. He is in control of his choices and his movements in life, and nobody can dictate the Emperor to do anything, right? The Emperor is in control of his situation. He can move reality in any one direction that he needs to. He's not forced or pushed in any direction one way or the other. He can flow in whatever direction he needs, and he's not necessarily listening to the outside world. So make sure this week, Aquarius, that you're not letting anybody tell you what to do, but you're really clear-headed and set in what you need, and just keep moving along on your own needs, and things are going to work out. So anyway, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, I hope that that is helpful. And we've got one more of these. We've got Pisces. So Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do my Pisces need to know this week? Pisces. Yeah, this one too. All right, Pisces, what do we got for you? Pisces, I think it's going to be really important for you to trust the process that you're on and try to listen to the universe a little bit more this week. I think that this card talks about being really focused on a bunch of things that aren't necessarily working instead of allowing things to come in, right? The universe is trying to give you a gift and you're not able to see it clearly right now because you're focused maybe on all of the little things that aren't working, or focused on situations and things and plans and habits that aren't necessarily the best for you or aren't necessarily working out for you in the right way. So you're really being encouraged this week, Pisces, to let the universe let in the wonderful things. I think that you have a hint of an idea of the direction you want to move. And it's going to be really a really good idea and important for you, I think, this week to allow yourself to move in those directions. The hints and possibilities that are surrounding you, let yourself be open to that and move in those directions for yourself. Let yourself move in whatever direction you need, that the universe is allowing in. And you might not see the full pathway forward. And that's important to remember with the moon card. You don't necessarily see every single step ahead of you, but you can at least, you have the big picture and you can see one small step at a time. So all you need to focus on this week, Pisces, is the small step ahead of you. You don't need to know all of the giant things ahead, right? Just take it one small little step at a time, and that is going to open you up to the possibilities of really being able to move in the direction you know you need to. So take it one small step at a time. That's going to be really helpful. When you do that, you have the victory card coming in. So victory is coming for you this week. At least the pathway to victory will become a little bit clearer. Even if you don't see the whole pathway forward, taking that one small step at a time is going to be really, really helpful to allow in whatever flow of abundance you need for yourself and allowing in that energy and that movement. Finally, we have the Lovers card. So with the Lovers card here, you have partnership potentially coming together with someone else. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but for a lot of people, this is really deepening your romantic connections, either a new romance or one that you're already in, but that's not for everybody. If you're not in that and it doesn't resonate, this could be partnering with somebody in some other capacity. It can even be business partnerships or connecting with other people on something, right? Something larger than self. So there's going to be opportunities to connect in with others this week that are larger than you, and allowing in in those connections is going to be really helpful in putting you in a position of feeling really good and feeling really powerful for yourself. So Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising, that's my reading for you. We're going to move on now to this short group reading. And then after that, I will open the floor to a few brief personal readings. So if you would like a brief personal reading, go ahead and put your question in the chat now. Mira, I have you up first. If you want to give me a detailed question, let me just reread you. It says, my name is Mira. Could you please guide me in my accounts paper results? 12 board final, one going to be a good one, like 85 plus. You want to know kind of like about your score? Is that it? All right. I'll talk to you a little bit later. First, we're going to do the group reading, and then I will open up the floor. So Mira, you're up first. If anybody else would like a quick personal reading, I'll just do a quick one card. Let me know. You can just put it in the chat right now. You can say, yes, I would like one, and then give me a little brief synopsis of what your question is, and I'd be happy to give you a little brief mini reading. Since I'm doing little free ones for now, I'll just do a little brief one. So anyway, let's see what the collective needs to know. First message for the collective. Our first message is really tuning in to the idea that change is here. Change is here for us. It's really big change energy. The death card came up a bunch. Should I put yes, actually, Amira, if you could put your question a little bit more clearly, that would be really helpful for me. Yeah. So change has been really big. We got the death card and the Tower card come up for a few of the piles this week. So one thing we all need to keep in mind this week is that change is here. We've got powerful change energy. So what can you do to embrace the change? Be open-minded and open-hearted to things moving in different directions, because everything is always moving, and that change is the only thing that we have here. So be open-minded to change. Next up, we have retreat. So this came up too for a couple. We had some rest cards. So I think it's going to be really important, especially if things are shifting in life, and we have real big movements happening. Take the time and the energy to take a step back and get some rest, get some sleep. Make sure that you are sleeping when you need to, you're resting when you need to, you're giving yourself as much time that you need to feel comfortable with yourself. That's going to be really, really important this week. So if you need to take some time out, you need to sleep. That'll be really important. Emotional release is big as well. Moving through challenging emotions came up a bunch through a bunch of these piles. So I think that, giving yourself the time and the space, especially with that retreat energy, taking the time to really sleep when you need to, get that rest, that kind of thing, that's going to be really, really, really helpful. So take the time that you need to rest, to recuperate your energy. That's going to be really, really helpful for you. So take the time that you need for that, right? It's going to be big, and feel all of your feelings. If you need to feel, if you have anything challenging that's coming up emotionally, give yourself the time and the space to process that. It's so important to feel all of your feelings very, very deeply. Don't allow anything blocking you. Don't be afraid of your emotions and push them away, because that can lead to blockages. So really allow yourself to be open-hearted, to be open-minded, and to flow through whatever you need to flow through. Finally, we have divine timing. So as a collective, being open to maybe things not happening in the timeline or the time scale that we want, but being okay with that, right? Divine timing means some things are coming in when they need to. Some things, they're not coming in because it's not time yet. It's not ready yet. So if you feel a little bit frustrated at the timeline of something, just try to have patience, try to have faith. Things could work out. The universe is moving things in divine timing. So just keep that in mind. All right, so we're going to move on to the little personal readings right now. So we got a bunch of people in the chat. If you would like a quick mini personal reading for free, I'm giving some free ones out this week. So just put a question in the chat and I'd be happy to go. First up, we got Mira. Mira, you want to know, how will you score on your accounts final? Will I score 85 plus? Okay, I can't necessarily give you the future, but I will pull the cards and see what the cards say. And hopefully I'll be able to tell at least whether you got a good result or a bad one. We'll be able to get a little reading for that. So what will Mira's results be here on that final? Okay, so we've got the Strength card, we've got the Hanged Man card, and we've got the Ten of Swords. All right, so, I mean, this card is talks about it can talk about defeat, it can talk about challenge, it can talk about burnout. So I mean, I don't want to give you a definitive answer on this one way or the other because I can't know for sure. But this card could talk about maybe being disappointed. So there is a possibility of that. But that doesn't necessarily mean that this is the end all be all, right? So I don't know for sure whether you'll have an 85 plus on this. With this card, it's making me feel like no. But like I said, I don't want to predict it one way or another. So I'm just putting that out there. But you might be feeling a little bit burnt out or defeated around the situation. And it could be leading you to feel stuck. But what's important, though, about the Hanged Man card is he has hung himself up on his tree to be stuck to gain further wisdom and further insights. So even if this particular result doesn't work out, there's a learning experience from this, and there's a possibility of gaining more knowledge and wisdom from the situation that could be really, really deeply important in the long run from this situation. So I think ultimately you could be gaining really important, powerful knowledge from this situation in the long run. Last up, you have the Strength card. So you are deeply strong to move through any situation. So even if this didn't work out the way that you wanted to, you are deeply strong enough to move in whatever directions you need. You can get a better result next time. You can turn things around if it didn't work the way you needed it to. You can turn it around and you can make the situation better. You have the strength and the capability and the possibilities of doing that. So take out that. My results will be out in May. Okay. Have you even taken the test yet? I don't know. All right. Well, good luck with that. I think that you're strong, you're capable. You can move through it in any way. And maybe that's where this Hanged Man card is coming in. It's like, this could also be just reading what your feelings are right now. You could be feeling really low about not knowing one way or another. And so that could be making you feel stuck. So really, what can you gain from this situation? You know, what can you gain from the waiting around? Is there any kind of wisdom that you can gain from this situation? And maybe this is a strength testing exercise that could help you in the long run. So you have not taken the test yet. Okay, well, I don't know then. I think, take the time you need to, I think especially if you're feeling really stressed out about it, this is like taking the time out to learn all you need to know, right? So take the time to study as much as you can, and that's all you can do to get better yet. So yeah, I don't know why you're scared either. All right, I hope that's helpful. We're moving on. Does anybody else want a quick little personal reading? Any free personal readings? Melissa, thank you. JP, have a great week. Thanks, Melissa. Melissa, do you want a quick read? I can give you one if you need one. And anybody else? There's 4 people in chat. If you want a quick little mini reading, I'd be happy to give you one. Otherwise, I might cut this short. Do energies change? I'm not sure. That's the only. I'm sorry. Just for my free readings, that's all I'm going to do. Melissa, it's romantic, and I know sometimes you don't like moving that way. I would be happy to give you a romantic reading. That's fine. I can give you a mini one. I don't always do them, but that's okay. Like, will I have different cards after working harder? I'm sorry, Mira, that's the only personal reading I got for you. I apologize, but otherwise, I'd be happy to give you a paid one if you want to pay for a reading. You can find information on my website, www.junodrome.com, and I would be happy to do a personal reading for you if you want to pay for one. Okay, Melissa says, okay, went out on a date this last weekend for my birthday, and he's super sweet. What do you think? What do I need to know? All right, quick little read on the date you went on. Okay, so you've got the 5 of Cups, and you've got the Emperor, and you've got the Temperance. Interesting. So this is about, the Temperance is about making lemonade out of lemons. So that's an interesting situation. There could be a little bit of a heartbreak energy. You got the Grief card as well, and then you have the Emperor, which is interesting. Yeah, Mira, absolutely. I apologize for not doing anything a little bit more in depth. It's just since I'm doing these for free, I got to be really limited in that. I apologize for that. But good luck on your situation. And if you don't want to go with me as a reader, there's a lot of really great, wonderful readers out there. So I hope that you find clarity in your situation. Okay, so what does that mean together? That's a little interesting. I need one more here. I think it's sort of like talking about, kind of makes sense because he's an hour and 45 minutes away. Ah, okay. But the distance doesn't seem to be bothering us right now. Okay, I could see that. Yeah, Six of Swords as well. Six of Swords is about moving on from a difficult situation. Okay, so I think, I think with this, whether this works out or not, I think that there's an importance in just making sure that you know, whatever happens from this situation, I think it's going to be leaving you feeling at peace. And actually, this could be a relationship that starts to make you feel at peace from difficult heartbreak as well. There could be past romantic situations that you're kind of holding on to with grief. And so I think maybe this person, some part of this, as you begin to meet with this person more, might remind you of some of those past situations. So don't let those past situations hold you back. And in fact, if you start feeling triggered at all from any kind of past romantic situation that didn't work out, if you feel triggered in this situation, use that as an opportunity to transform yourself, right? That so this relationship with this person, if anything is starting to trigger you, that could be a really wonderful possible yeah, okay, was engaged a year ago. Yeah. So as you get triggered through this, this could be a really powerful healing experience for you in the long run. So take anything that happens that where you're feeling a little bit like, ooh, through the situation, use that to help heal you. And this could be a really great opportunity to help heal you and move from those difficulties onto calmer water. So this person could really help you transform and feel a lot calmer. And ultimately, remember, you're the emperor of your life. So you're in control here. You can make things happen, whatever you need to. So if it doesn't feel good for you, you can move out of it, right? It's up to you. So do what you need from this situation. It's important. So yeah, you're welcome, Melissa. Anyway, I think I'm going to cut it short because I got some stuff I got to run and do today. But thank you everybody so much for tuning in this week. Thanks so much, Mira. Thank you for getting a quick little reading for me. I apologize for cutting it short, but thanks for sticking with me anyway. And everybody out there, I hope for the best for you. I hope you have an excellent week ahead. One more time, I am going to be at the Spot Market in Portland, Oregon, at the Moda Center on the 14th and 15th of December. I will be selling in-depth private readings as well as other merchandise there. Some of my printmaking work, some cards, some tarot cards, and notebooks, and a bunch of other things. So you're welcome to join me at the Moda Center in Portland, Oregon on the 14th and 15th of December for the Spot Market. Go ahead and look at a link in the description section for that. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I will catch you next time. Bye.